What's up, everybody? Do I really love my art right now? And you know what? The table is kind of small. Like, oh, I locked it, but yeah, the table is kind of small. I'm pretty sure I have more than just that on my table. But you know what? Regardless, I still love this. How is everybody doing? It's like 4 days since my last live stream. Uh, my new job, my new work has been really good. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm gonna do like a very short live stream today. Might be for just like an hour because I have stuff to do afterwards. I gotta do my laundry, I gotta cook for tomorrow, and I have a video that I'm editing. It'll be out sometimes in April. Can't promise you like the releasing date yet because like I want to make this video a good one. Like I've been like learning to use a new software called DaVinci Resolve to edit my videos. And yeah, like this is this is my this is like where the software that I'm using to edit videos now. I quit using CapCut because of how shitty they treat their creators, and I decided to opt in to learn. I mean, I'm also like, willing to learn a new editing software as well. Oh no. Like, the thing about CapCut is that it's also pretty limited in functions, and hence why like it's better to learn something new, and I'm willing to try it. I used to edit like actually using like professional. I put professional in quotes because yeah, like that's a concept that should not exist. Oops, yeah. It's a concept that should not exist. Um, I used Adobe Premiere Pro, and then I just hate how they treated their employees and customers. And Adobe is just generally like very bad. I hate Adobe. Like, if you even like give me like a free subscription. Oh wait, actually, not even a subscription. I like pirate like all of because like who has the money? Like if I can use Adobe now, like it'll be like definitely like I'll crack the program because like first no one has the money to pay for that. Second, um, they don't treat their employee nicely. They don't treat their customers nicely as well. Anyways, this is the game called Townscape. This is the game where you just build towns. Like, um, what you do is just this is like a town like in the middle of the sea, and then all you do is just like you build the road networks, and then you build the houses on top of that. But like, you have to like keep the space for the water as well. This low-key feels like Venice, or like literally any like watery, watery what the, like riverside or like seaside towns. Is it just me, or like somebody else? Does anyone else feels like Venice is like a really underrated community? Like, it's filled with tourists, and I mean honestly, with things that we have seen about tourists in the recent years, like they are kind of bad for the locals. Like, they consume a lot of resources that could be dedicated to like local residents of cities and communities, and then like generally like I think I heard a quote, I don't know from who. They say that like tourism, it's like you take the resources that is supposed to feed the poorest people in your city to entertain the rich. Is it the word expat? I think they use the word expat. It's like it in that context it means that like the people from not from the city, like for the entertainment of the people not from the city. And I feel it's true in some extent. Um, and with things happening like a World Cup or the Olympics or like big sporting events like that, it genuinely just like a mega consumption of resources. Oops, I meant to have this to be a town squares. Yet, well, yes, there's no more town squares. Oops. I'm just gonna change the color. So this game is really simple. All you do is just build. And because like there's like no structure on the water, you kind of just build houses like this. Yeah. And they became houses. Um, yeah, like I think like I think like um the concept of ecotourism is also kind of a scam because like wow, it's still tourism. It's still like people touching the area. Like it's still um it's still like yeah, like it's still people coming to places, coming to like a place that is natural, but in fact it's actually not. And people still disrupt the lives of the native species and creatures within that natural ecosystem. So I don't know, like to me it really feels like a scam. And like it's actually do more harm than good to the environment. Like, you know, like back in high school, I used to think that like, oh, cool, ecotourism good because um like it like protects the environment better, but wow, how wrong I was. To be fair, I was taught that way. I was taught that. I went through several education systems across the world, and I mean, myself growing up like that, I can like, it's not easy to tell at first, but eventually, like, you will realize like how, uh, yeah, like what kind of educational knowledge that they fed you, that they try to like tell people at different ages. Yeah, like, and then like the POV, the perspective is really different. So, I mean, while school is necessary, um, I highly encourage you to like go out there and then like find other sources outside of your school too. Look at the banned books. yeah, like generally like I've lived in 3 continents my whole life, and then it just feels different. It just like the education level just hits really different. At first, like I thought like it just like, in the natural science, because um apparently like math levels in many like in Canadian school is a little bit lower compared to like European, and in this case particularly Germany. I used to live in Germany, and I can see like the difference in that. I'm just like collectively building all the houses here, leaving no like spaces. Actually, I'll leave some space here as public spaces. Okay. This can be like this little like water, like little pond. Why do they put like binoculars over here? Like, bro, like you like literally just staring at the front door of this guy. No, I don't want that. Wow, it's a pretty well established village, kind of, but lots of like low rises. This game will be so much nicer if like we can actually see people like going between houses to houses, even though it's just like for like demonstration. But I can tell, I can see like why they don't have that. Ooh, I love the stairs. And then like yeah, we can have like an elevated staircases here. And then this can be can I have a chimney? No? Or like a viewing tower or something. I haven't built like the town center yet. Damn, everybody's so quiet tonight. What's wrong? Yeah, I figured that like tonight is a better night for me to do a quick live stream, because tomorrow is Friday, and like who wants to first live stream on a Friday? Two, watching a live stream on a Friday. I'm still trying to figure out like a better time to like do this. Well, I know that like the title of the live stream is like mathing on stream, but you know, let's not start immediately with the math. Okay? Like I just feels like if we immediately start with the math, then it just uh I don't know. If you were in school today, the last thing you want to do, the last thing you want to see is like math content on YouTube, right? Yeah, like literally. The last thing that you want to see would be math content. I mean, yeah. I think like the other day I actually like found the application of trigonometry in real life. I forgot what that's about, but like it's an actual example about like calculating like the bridge or something like the what is like the most economically viable way to build a bridge, and like they actually use like trigonometry. I'm like, oh wow, finally, after all those years of like remembering like the formulas, like what was that, like sine. I can't remember. I can remember it in my mother tongue, cannot remember it in English. So it's hard for me to tell. It's hard to say. Wow, like we have a pretty well established like village. And then like okay, I think like since we're like having like looking at this town here, do y'all think that like the world is losing colors? Just gonna pop the question in the chat too, bruh. I just feel like a teacher. I know that like there's only one viewer just like consistently watch this at the moment. Thank you. I don't know who you are, but you're the MVP. Um, yeah, like look at this town, like with all the houses with different colors. Like we have green, we have teal, we have white, we have yellow, red, purple. Like the only thing that does not have a color in here is the freaking road. And then like why did I say that the road has no color? Because oh wow, I mean like if you count the gray, if you count like these like tiles, like bricks tiles, then yeah, it has a color, but like real life roads, they don't. Like real life roads just don't have color. It's just like gray. And in case you don't know color theory, gray is literally considered the color without the color. Like it's a no color color. What did I say? No color. You get the idea. Like gray is not a color. And it just seems like, to me, it just seems like when we were talking earlier about like all these houses with different colors in here, and I was saying that like the world is losing colors, and I mean it. Like just go out there and look. Like I feel like we only like all the buildings are now grayscale. Like all the logos are now like just like their text on a black, white, or gray background. Maybe blue. Buildings aren't this colorful anymore, because apparently like there's like the zoning codes dictating like what even kind of paint color that you can do. Which sucks. And then like now and with the rise of technology, like I wonder if the children of the future generations can even like see colors anymore. Like how are they learning colors in school? Like yeah, like there's like crayons and then like art and then like draw like assignments, not assignments but like activities that they could do, but they don't see these colors. They don't see the colors on these objects outside from like paintings in real life anymore. Like even when it comes to like vehicles, like most of them are coming in gray, white, and black color. I mean, I'll try to set up like an IRL stream sometimes, and then like literally just gonna be out there and count like how many like car numbers in different colors for y'all to see. Maybe I do that as a short. No, not an IRL stream, but like a short or something where I will recap like my maybe like 15 minutes. Set up a 15-minute standing at an intersection and counting the number of cars, and then like set up all the kind of colors possible. I think like the last time I saw a pink car or like a pink vehicle, it was like a couple months ago already. Like, and that was a pink fire truck. It's like for a campaign. It's for a campaign of protecting women. It's for protecting women campaign that they use the pink color on the fire truck to stand in solidarity. And yeah, like I don't think that like I don't think that we're teaching the kids about like the real life applications of colors. Like if you think that like the words that I just said, it seems like really like sophisticated or sophisticating whatsoever. Just walk outside. I don't think that like we have a lot of I just feel like we're losing a lot of colors, and then like the kids like outside of just coloring book and then crayons, they have no idea about colors. Yeah, like I know that like like the zoning bylaws and zoning codes of many cities restrict like how you can paint your house. And it just reminds me of the meme of like ancient cities be like uh I'm gonna build this house, or like I'm gonna build this lodge over here. And then like a road, a pathway for me to go hunting. And modern day cities be like, oh no, that's violating our zoning codes. It's like, well, back in the day, people don't have zoning codes. Back in the day, like, I know that like a lot of when I started learning about that in school, like the idea for all these planning codes was meant to be, was meant for what was that? Fire hazards, sanitation requirements, and all that jazz. But you know what? To me now, like it's more of it also like involves some forms of segregation in there because like in a lot of culture, like it is um it is um it is well known that like um buildings to have colors, like cultivating their culture. It's like a way of like showing their cultures, showing like different occasions, um showing like the differences, um the different festivals, celebrations, ceremonies, and basically about like each person's identity. Now we don't see that anymore. Now it's like grayscale, and then like it's yeah, everything is like grayscale. Like come on, we moved from black and white photography to color photography in the 60s and 70s, and now you're telling me that like once we have like colored photography already, we're reverting like the scene. Like the scene back then were more colorful than nowadays, but we only have black and white cameras. Now we have colored cameras, but black and white scenes, which it's just like it's like the revert of all things that just happened, of everything that we strive to. Yeah, gray buildings, gray cars, gray roads, like everything is just a gray scale. Like, and it seems to me just like it's gonna be very hard for the next generation to actually like see the values of in like colors and arts if this is the way that we're building the cities. And I know that like this live stream, I titled this live stream that we're gonna like talk about transit, but like so far I've been talking. You know what? How much time do I have left until I have to do my laundry? I have 30 minutes left. So 30 minutes. Good talk about urban design. Like good talk about mentioning like how would disappear, like all the colors are disappearing, and like look, this is a very colorful town over here. Can we bring this to real life? Like, please. Yeah, like just we just have to like I mean like there's a lot of things to talk about. Thank you. um I would love to talk more about like how like zoning bylaws is actually a form of segregation, and then like it's a protection of the capital and the status quo. Saying so like might yeah. Say like I'm not sure if like people, especially like people in the planning professions, are ready for kind of conversations like this, but I feel like they are the necessary conversations that we need to have. And but but basically that like the less we zone and the less we control like what people can do with their goddamn houses, then we can bring back like more vibrant ways of living. And colors is one of them. Design is one of them. Not to mention that like in a house, like there might be like a 3 bedroom, 4 bedroom, 5 bedroom, even 1 bedroom. All of those houses, yeah, can fit on one lot, and then like allow for different living styles to be able to be implemented. But you know what? Let's just spend that topic for another stream. I think like when I first started live streaming, I talked about, yeah, I'm gonna like have scripts for live streams, and I tried, but the moment that I wrote down the scripts, I was like, wow, I want to like do a live stream right now, but like it would be the moments where like I'm not prepared to like go on the camera. No, not the camera, but like go on the mic. Or like I'm out and about having things to do. But yeah, like generally I will build like, yeah, we're gonna talk about zoning. We're gonna talk about like how gatekeeping it is. Well, a lot of people have said about that already, but me myself, as a person of color in the planning field, I feel this a lot, unfortunately. And sometimes it just feels like this seems like it's not for me, but you know what? I just like spend those conversations for another day, because like I low-key don't want to get emotional tonight. Yeah, it's not an easy topic to talk about, and why I really admire the work of some of my fellow planners. You guys did really good job. Um, I still feel that like there's like some levels of gatekeeping that is happening within the profession itself. Oh crap, I want to have different colors for this. I think like one more thing about colors before we actually move on the topic of transit is that when it comes to colors, it doesn't even have to be like one single building color like this. It can be like, yeah, different colors for different stairs, different floors. Oh, I love the birds coming over. We have a lot to talk about when it comes to urban design, and then like how to incorporate like natural environment and like allowing like animals to also like live with humans. If you think that's weird, just come to Canada and see the, yeah, just look up Canadian geese. We often joke that like they're the most dangerous gang in Canada, but like, are they? Like, I feel like the space that we built, like the built environment that we set up, disrupted their spaces. So we have to live with the fact that like they are now living with us. The same thing with any kind of other animals too. We have to accept the fact that like even though like we're on top of the food chains as humans, that does not give us the right to take over like the living environment of other animals and other creatures, and also like between humans. Okay. Yeah, they were there first. So are they invading our lives, or we are the invaders? Okay, I'm gonna do something like I'm gonna pull things up like on the screen just so that we can move on to like to actually like having fun messing around with transit fleets. So I'll be right back. Okay, hello everybody. I am back, and this time let's actually like come back to like the calculating the age, like the average age of transit fleet. So if you don't recall, then on the stream a couple days ago, I did a calculation of like the average age of transit fleets for Edmonton Transit. Did that for just for fun, purely for the fun, okay? No, and it's just like a self-provoked, a self-provoked fun things that I did, and I don't know, but like I feel like I kind of feel a little locked in and like stimulating doing that. It's the same way with me like counting the cars, which again I will do this for the sake of the colors. I promise. And today, but then I realized that like some transit agencies are just giant. They're just big. And when I say big, I mean that like yeah, they just have a lot of vehicles, like lots of transit vehicles, which is hard to like see for myself, and it's hard to like calculate. So, and with the time left of the stream of like just 20 minutes, I wish I could set up like a timer or something. It's like, uh, you got 20 minutes left. you know, like those things that they have when you're like renting something, and then like it's like you have like the time, how do I say this, like there's like a limit in time of like how long that you could do, and then like when there's like 15 minutes there, like 15 minutes remaining or something like that. I wish I'll figure it out how to add that on the stream, because like as of now I can't really stream like hours and hours long. Damn, low-key wish to be unemployed again. Just kidding. Don't wish for that. Anyways, like this is the city of, so today I'm gonna do like the calculation for the transit fleet age of the city of Windsor, Ontario. Fun fact about this city is actually south of the United States-Canada border. How is that possible, you may ask? Because, yeah, Canada lives in this, yeah, Canada expands further south as, yeah, as far south as here, as this Pelee Island. And I'm aware of the news of what happening with like that your orange guy. If I having any like United States viewer at the moment, your orange guy threatened to redraw the border to be like, yeah. No. We're not buying into that shit. I would rather like give the land back to the indigenous peoples. Yeah, I prefer land back across the entirety of Turtle Island. Anyways, back to Windsor. Windsor is a very industrial city to say the least. Like south of the border. And it's like the first point of the Quebec City Windsor corridor train. Damn, this is depressing how the train ends. Like literally, like this is like how like a very crucial corridor train ends. Just literally just like stop right here. And the train station, why does it look so desolate? Like I've seen a lot of train station where like the track ends, and it's also like very industrial too. Like bruh. What is this? Looks so depressing, not gonna lie. Yeah. Wait, so is this a freight terminal? Is that? Are you kidding? No. No way. It's actually a business, like an industrial park or some shit. No way. I mean, we can also take a look at the transit map. Like, oh wow, okay. So there's primary routes, there's secondary routes, local routes, express routes, and regional routes. Interesting. Oh, there's like also like former routes too. And they have like an international transit terminal. What is a tunnel fare? It's a very interesting name for tunnel. Let's look up Windsor transit map. System maps. Do you have a system maps? Oh, there's also loading platforms too. Full color regional route system map. So they have like, I love that like they use a healthcare facility as a terminal, and the Tecumseh Mall. Not surprising that like the malls and the college as like the other terminal, because let's see. Oh, this is the regional routes. Only 3. There's 3 of them. 605. City of Windsor. Traveling all the way to town of Amherstburg. Huh. And then we got the 42, runs from also St. I feel like these might be these might be like for students, because like then you can theoretically live at home at these smaller towns and then go to the college at Windsor. And we have a second one. Oh, the tunnel one. Okay, now this makes a lot of sense. Now this makes a lot of sense with the tunnel route that we just had. Literally just called tunnel. Wait, is this the... It's the... Oh yeah, it's the cross-border bus line between Windsor and Detroit. And I think like I saw a video the other day about like it's running the risk of being cancelled again, thanks to you know who. Oh yeah, if I remember correctly, yeah, like this bus is being, yeah, running the risk of being cancelled. Okay, now I get it why it's called tunnel. I think like this is like a very interesting like cross-border service. I've seen that in Singapore and Malaysia, where they have buses running between Singapore and the city of Johor Bahru, a border city of Malaysia and Singapore. And it's also interesting to see like the border control, how the border control like can affect the travel time of this bus. Like border control time will vary. Border control time will like strictly vary by day and by traffic, and then like sometimes it might be fuck ICE agents. Remember my Canadian homies, it's not safe to go to the US right now. But like, yeah, back to the story about like border crossing. Like I always wonder like how do they plan the schedule for those like cross-border buses? Because let's say the bus like departs like every 30 minutes per se. But then like they might get bunched together at the border crossing for any reasons. Cause like that's what I've seen in Singapore and Malaysia. When I was traveling from Johor Bahru to Singapore and back to Johor Bahru, that happens when like our bus was held at the border checking point. Every passenger has to do the check. Some people like got finished quicker than others, but eventually like the bus driver has to wait for everybody. The bus has to wait for everybody to finish, and then like I remember like we waited at the border crossing for a good 45 minutes, and then like two other buses after ours showed up. Two other buses like from other like on the same route. Okay, like that bus is scheduled to depart every 20 minutes, but then like another bus shows up. But yeah, and then like while we were waiting, the next one showed up, and while we we're still waiting for some more passengers on our bus to have their borders, to have their passport and documents checked, the other one also showed up as well. So now, on the other side of the border, there's a 45-minute wait. And now like we have like three buses bunched together at the border here. So I think that like scheduling the buses for the border is really an art. They have to like, maybe like they have to divide it into like scheduling a bus from the original point to the border crossing. Oh, they're doing the custom checks in the US then? Because like I don't see any tunnels. I don't see any like crossings. Oh, okay. That makes a lot of sense. They did they do the border checkpoint in the US at the city of Detroit. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. So I think that like with this case, they might have to plan like, I would love to look at the transit schedule of this route. Schedules. Are you telling me that like you are only like using the tunnel? Okay. Let's see. Oh, but it's Friday, Saturday. Oh, okay. Northbound, which means going to Detroit. Damn, it's weird saying that, like going northbound to the U.S. uh, Washington at Jeffers. Yeah, this is not helping, bruh. This is definitely not helping. Oh, tunnel platform? What do you mean platform? Huh? I am so confused. Oh, okay. Route map, route map. Let me see. If they have like the list of stops. No? Bruh, what? This is so funny. Due to traffic conditions in downtown Detroit or circumstances beyond Transit Windsor's control, it may be necessary to shorten the tunnel route. To avoid lengthy delays, passengers should use the Detroit Tunnel Plaza bus stop south of Marinas Church to board the bus. Please refer to the A on the map at this location. Oh, okay, so this is like the border checkpoint. And back to like what I was saying about like scheduling the buses for border crossings. Thinking you have to schedule, like, let's say for this route, they have to like schedule from Windsor International Transit Terminal to like the border crossing first, and then factor out the time that it might take at the border crossing to the final destination, which is Rosa Parks Transit Center. And then when it's finally at the final destination, which is Rosa Parks Transit Center, it has to have a very long, good layover time, like off time, just in case there's any like delays at the border that affects the schedule. Like when I talked about that bus routes between Johor Bahru and Singapore. Like it might even have like another scheduled paddling point. Like the border itself, it's a scheduled paddling point. Maybe it's not meant to leave by then. Maybe that like once like all the buses, all the passengers on all the 3 buses are done, they will like the first bus will leave, but the next one will wait for another 20 minutes and the next one will wait for another 40 minutes. So that like the schedule can return to every 20 minutes again. I would love to look into this. I would love to look into like cross-border transit planning. Yeah, like look at this. Like for example, 6 o'clock, and I think means like departing at 6:41 from the border. I don't know how the traffic looks like at the border. Due to tunnel. Huh? Due to tunnel regulations, the bus cannot hold at this location. Only stop to. Oh. Okay, so it cannot even be a layover point. Huh. Interesting. I want to see like what factors, like what kind of data-driven factors would be used for planning a cross-border bus route. Because like this is really interesting. This is really fascinating. I don't know, like from a stream, like purely is gonna be about math. Now we're talking about transit scheduling for cross-border transit. Schedule importance is higher, where services that can be supported are less frequent. Yeah. Yeah, like it needs to be consistent though. Like and then like, but the border time may not be consistent. And this is where the difficulty plays in. Yeah, it's I kind of don't like it when like buses come early to a stop and people complain about it. But then the city be like, "Oh, then just show up earlier to the bus stop." That is not the problem. Then you're trying to shift. That means you are shifting the blame of the people missing the bus on the passengers who are totally not aware that the bus is coming early. um yeah, like um it's if the buses always come early to a stop, then that is a scheduling issue. So lots of agencies define on-time performance as 1 minute before to 3 minutes after or 5 minutes after a scheduled time. Let's say your bus arrives, is supposed to arrive, is scheduled to arrive at 8:12. Then if the bus arrives any time between 8:11 and 8:17, then that's considered on time. I would say that like even 1 minute early is too early because like the bus spends like if it doesn't have passengers, it would just like fly by. Or if there's like only like and even so, like it might still like spend less than 1 minute at the bus stop. Like it might even spend like less than 1 minute to catch up with the time. So even though like most standards are saying like 1 minute to 1 minute before to 3 minutes or 5 minutes after, I would say that like any minute before the scheduled arrival is already too early. Uh, I realize that like you guys can't see the chat on the screen, but it happens to be too small. Now I have to like adjust it on Stream Elements later. Yeah, I just want to make sure that you guys can also read the chat as well. Okay. We'll save the topic of cross-border transit for another day or something. Okay, long overdue calculations. I can't believe that like I named this stream like after I titled the stream after like something that I don't do it in the last like 20 minutes of the stream. Oh wow, like I realized that like I have 12 minutes left before I have to do my laundry, so let's see if I can finish cooking this in 12 minutes. Let's go. Just gonna delete every information over here. Okay. It's fun to learn about like the tunnel bus route today, and oh wow, like they have like so many like school bus routes. Yeah, the extra buses for school. So always define a certain amount of before and a certain time. Yeah, like it's always defined as 1 minute before or 3 to 5 minutes after. Why is it like in the way? Yeah, like it's always like wow, it's there's always like the before and the after, but how long before is before? Like it's just disgusting that like some transit agencies even suggest their residents to like their users to come to the bus stop like 7 minutes before a bus is scheduled to arrive. And if you're living in the Canadian cities, you know how cold it is. Yeah, you know how cold it is to wait like 7 minutes, bruh. 7 goddamn minutes. And then like if that bus stop does not have a shelter, does not have a seat, it's like a bare bus stop with nothing, then that 7 minutes can feel like 28. Like at a bus stop with just a sign, no shelters and no seats, a 2 minute wait can be perceived like as long as 8 minutes. And then If we just like times that by 4, then that's like 4 more times. Yeah, 4 more. Like the perceived time feels like 4 times more than the actual time. So with 7 minutes of waiting, that's 28 minutes of perceived wait. And I can attest to this. I can attest to this in so many levels, in so many ways. Yeah, like, so I think in my video about small city transit last year, I did talk about like adjusting the gap to like cope with the heavy amount of traffic. But looking back at that, I think we should not. Instead, like, we really need to go hard on creating the good infrastructure for transit and making sure that like there's like not too many schedule paddlings that eventually derived the routes to always come too early to a stop. Yeah, it's quite common, and then like transit users do not have to like come to a bus stop way too early to catch a bus. Like, they should not have to do that. Okay, let's do the calculations. Long overdue part. So they have 2009 as their oldest fleet. Wow. Okay. Seems like Ontario municipalities got all the new buses all the time. That just my personal like perception. I know Toronto Transit Commission still has like some 2007 buses. Oh wow, they have like these new look Novas. Damn. 4th generation. 2018. 2020 as well. Oh, oh. Love it when. And they have 2024. 20. Are these? Page does not exist. Wait, so that means that like these might be on order, so I will not count them in here. And these are hybrid vehicles. Well, I have a lot of things to say about Nova Bus Hybrid. We have all remember like the how it broke down in Vancouver. Like literally like a bus was like on fire. Which is scary. So I mean, to be fair, I kind of like hybrid buses and diesel buses to battery electric buses. I'm gonna have a whole video on battery electric buses one day. Rest assured, like the script is done, the video is done. I just need to like edit it, okay? It might come out this year, later this year. Not might. It will come out later this year. But can we just like stick to the basics, like the existing technology that we already had, instead of like focusing on like new and then like innovative solutions that ended up not working, and it's like only like a feeding, like only like an advertisement of the tech bros. Like, come on. Okay, 2009 to now. That's 16 years. Wait, what? No way. Wait. I want to make sure that they are 16 years old because I cannot believe that. Wait. So, kids born on 2009 are gonna be in grade 11? No, in grade 12 next year? No way. What the hell? I'm getting old. Damn. It's like I've been out of high school for like almost a decade. Jeez. No. No. I'm getting old. I'm getting old and I don't like it. Like even 2018 was 7 years ago. Crazy to think about that. Okay. Number of vehicles. What do we got here? Oh wow. What happened to 608? What happened to 608? This is gonna be a quite complex. Can we just all agree that like this activity is like really stimulating? I mean, well, I love doing math. I love like calculating and doing the data analysis. So it's fun for me, not gonna lie. Oh shit. And like yeah, it's actually really fun. If there's one thing that you need to know about me is that like I utilize my time traveling on the bus to count how many people are traveling on the bus with me. Shit. Can I tap for the entire like row for the recipe? There we go. 2013. How many of you? Oh, just like 4. These we have 6. Next we have 8. I love how like this website provides like the bike icon, just like a sign of saying that like all these buses are equipped with bike racks, which is very nice. Like very, very appreciated. Oh, and if you might be asking something's missing tonight, yes, I know, we don't have background music. And that's because I forgot to turn them on. Maybe I should write down like a list of things to do before each live stream, like a checklist, like what each live stream should have, or something. Damn, 26 Nova buses. These, yeah, they're going hard with the new buses. They're going hard with the new buses. Good job, Windsor. But I think like in that stream that I talk about new versus old buses, it really boils down to maintenance. Like if you have new buses and you don't maintain them well, then yeah, it's still a threat to public safety and reliability per se. And don't even get me started on battery electric buses, because again, I will talk about that in my specific video about it. I have a lot to say about them. And as you can tell from my tone, they aren't really they aren't really good by any chance. So how many buses do we have here? 115 buses. How many? 963. I feel like it's gonna be a relatively young fleet. Yeah, the average age is 8.4 years old, which is about 8 months and 8 years and 4 months. Not bad, honestly. Like, considering the other day we saw with Edmonton to be like 13 years old, that's old. Like, that's, if the average age exceeded the lifespan, the useful lifespan of a bus, which is anywhere from 12 to 15 years, maybe to like 18 years. They don't make buses as durable as they used to. I mean, I keep on going with 18 years because like that's what the Canadian Transportation Agency says. Um, but if anything like close to that or like more than that, then yeah, you have a very old fleet. Ah, oh wow, it's exactly 9 o'clock too. Whoa. Damn. I feel like I'm just good at time management, I guess. Um, the right on time. Just like right on time today. Well, I wish that I could have a longer stream sessions tonight, but I gotta do my laundry. I gotta do some cooking as well, so thank y'all for coming in tonight. This video will be available for y'all to see tomorrow. I'll still have to do some modifications to the stream, but like tonight we finally have the live subscribers and we have the live chats appearing on the screen now, which is good. Like I'm getting better with like preparing for streaming. Okay, that's about it. I'll see you. I don't know when I will see you next, but I'll see you. New video coming out tomorrow, by the way.